Do we still need scientists? That might sound like a provocative question, but it's exactly the kind of question we need to ask right now. OpenAI has just released a new tool called Deep Research. It's a powerful AI assistant built into ChatGPT that goes far beyond just answering questions. It actually does the work of researching online for you, searching websites, sorting through information, and giving back a detailed, fully cited report. Tasks that once took hours, maybe even days, are now done in under 30 minutes. It sounds revolutionary, and in many ways, it is. But here's the catch. This is not a replacement for scientists. It's an incredible assistant. The difference? One word: creativity. Let me explain. AI tools like Deep Research are fantastic at organizing what's already out there. But real breakthroughs in science don't come from repeating or reshuffling what we already know. They come from imaginative leaps, those moments when someone sees things in a completely new way. Let's take a quick look at one of the most important breakthroughs in AI itself to show you what I mean: the invention of the transformer model. Before transformers, AI used earlier methods to process information like RNNs and CNNs. You can think of an RNN, a recurrent neural network, like a person reading a sentence one word at a time, trying to remember what came before. It kind of walks through the information. That works for short things, but just like us, it can forget details when the sentence gets long. A CNN, or convolutional neural network, started out as a way to recognize patterns in images, like detecting edges or shapes. Later, people tried to use CNNs for language too, but these systems mostly look at short pieces of text at a time. They struggle to make connections between things that are far apart. Both of these methods made sense. They followed how we naturally look at images or read lines of text, but they were limited. Then came the transformer. Transformers work in a completely different way. Instead of reading one word at a time or looking at just part of the sentence, they look at the entire input all at once. And they figure out what matters most using something called attention. Here's an easy way to think about it. Imagine reading a paragraph and being able to instantly glance back and forth across all the words to understand how everything connects. That's what attention does. It helps the AI focus on the most important parts of the input no matter where they are. This made transformer models faster, smarter, and much better at understanding language. They became the foundation for everything from GPT-3 to ChatGPT to, you guessed it, Deep Research. And here's the key. The transformer wasn't just a better version of past models. It was a bold new idea, a leap. And no AI model would have discovered it by browsing papers or combining old solutions. That's what I mean by creativity. And that's something AI still doesn't have. Which brings us back to Deep Research. So, what is Deep Research really? It's an AI-powered research assistant. When you ask it a question, say, "What are the best treatments for Alzheimer's today?" It doesn't just reply with a general answer. Instead, it goes online in real time, reads multiple websites, filters through the noise, and gives you a detailed, well-organized report. And it includes links and citations so you can check where the information came from. People are using it for all kinds of things: medical research, comparing investment opportunities, writing code, planning trips. It even asks clarifying questions before it starts, so you get exactly what you're looking for. Now here's the part that makes Deep Research different from most AI tools today: how it was trained. Most AI agents follow a fixed script. A human decides, first do a search, then pick a few links, then summarize the content. The AI just follows that recipe. That's fine for simple tasks. But it breaks down when things get messy, like if the websites contradict each other, or if the answer isn't straightforward. OpenAI did something smarter. They trained Deep Research using a method called end-to-end reinforcement learning. That sounds complicated, but here's the idea. Instead of giving the AI a step-by-step script, they let it figure things out on its own, kind of like training a person by giving them a goal and letting them try different ways to reach it. Imagine you want to learn how to make the perfect cup of coffee. You try different methods: more beans, less water, changing the temperature, and you judge the result based on how it tastes. Over time you improve. That's reinforcement learning in a nutshell. Try, get feedback, improve. End-to-end just means the AI learns the entire process from start to finish, as one big task, not as separate pieces glued together. This makes Deep Research more flexible. It can adjust its strategy as it goes. Search more when needed, stop early if the answer is clear, or switch directions if it finds better information midway. There's another advanced technique at play called test time training, or TTT. This one's pretty clever. Most AI models are trained once and then locked. They don't learn anything new after that. But deep research can actually adapt while it's working on your query. If it sees something new or unfamiliar, it can adjust its behavior in real time. Kind of like a person reading a new article and updating their opinion on the spot. This helps the model handle topics it hasn't seen much during training, or tailor its answer more closely to your question. It's not perfect, but it's a big step toward more personalized and intelligent AI. And finally, deep research shows you how it thinks. It doesn't just spit out an answer, it gives you the steps it followed and links to its sources. This is called chain of thought reasoning. It's like showing your math work in school. You can see if it made a mistake or decide whether you trust its conclusion. So let's bring it all together. Deep research is fast, helpful, and surprisingly capable. It saves time. It pulls from a wide range of sources, and it does things that used to require a human researcher. But no matter how impressive it is, it still doesn't do what scientists do. Science isn't just about gathering facts, it's about asking the right questions, it's about spotting contradictions, inventing new theories, and imagining what doesn't yet exist. AI can give you every known fact about gravity, but it was Newton who saw the apple fall and asked why. AI can read every paper on machine learning, but it took a team of researchers to ask, what if we throw out everything we know and just use attention? That's not just knowledge, that's insight. And that's why we still need scientists. Just like calculators didn't replace mathematicians, and telescopes didn't replace astronomers, deep research won't replace scientists, but it will change it. Scientists will spend less time digging through papers and more time thinking. They'll use tools like this to work faster, deeper, and broader than ever before. And that's the real promise. Deep research doesn't replace intelligence. It helps us amplify it. It gives us more time to do the hard, creative, meaningful work that machines still can't touch. So no, we haven't replaced scientists. But with the right tools, we might finally give them the time and clarity to do what they do best. Imagine the future. If you found this helpful, subscribe to this channel, where we go beyond the headlines and into the heart of AI. And let me know in the comments, what would you use deep research for? Because if AI is changing how we work, it's up to us to decide what we do with the time it gives back.